Hello and welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to just tell you how this whole incredible journey started. I'll try to make it short, but you'll get the message. I owned a business for a long time in America. I had a taxidermy studio and an archery shop, and I was very connected to the outdoors, which is typical where I come from. And by summer of 2008, I could really see the writing on the wall about business and life in America was about to change enormously because of the financial crisis. And I had been entertaining. I'd been teaching some people online a little bit. And I said, that'd be cool to do someday, would be to go to China and teach, meet the people, see the world. And sure enough, by August in 2008, I kind of see the writing on the wall, like I said, and I started having these spells where I'd be working, and all of a sudden it's just like all my gas ran out, like this. And I'd go to the doctor, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong. I wasn't in any pain or anything like that. And this had happened about 3 times. And finally, the last time was bad. It was bad. And I knew something was wrong. I went into the emergency room and said, listen, something is wrong with my body. Fix it. And I told them again what was going on. And they ran some kind of enzyme test. And they did all this stuff in the emergency room. And they decided to take me to ICU. Now, where I come from, ICU means I will see you later. That's where people go to die, was ICU. And so I knew they had found something. So they take me into ICU, and I didn't have time to even call my family. And so here I am. They actually let me take a telephone into the ICU and let me call my daughters and call my mom. I called my oldest daughter and told them I was in the hospital and I didn't know what was going on. And a little while later, of all things, a little Chinese man comes coming into ICU. He's my cardiologist. I get a Chinese cardiologist. And he looks at me like, Mr. Kenny, you have a heart attack. I'm going, heart attack? You have a heart attack. Uh-oh. So I knew then that I needed changes in my life. And not long after, they put some stents in me, and within a few weeks I was back working a little slower. No matter what happens to you, if something affects your body, it does slow you down. And so anyhow, I make it through the winter, but I just could see that I was having to go out and actually close my store and go get money from people. So I knew the financial issue was getting bad. And I knew I wanted to probably get out of business. If you got to have money coming in, that's the lifeblood, and things were not good. My business was not a necessity business. So I started thinking, about the future. And on my birthday, I think it's my birthday, on 2009, I'm selling my business to a guy that I was training, and he loved the outdoors just like me, and he loved the things that I did. So anyhow, I unloaded my business because I needed to get rid of stress. I know stress is about what killed me. And so anyhow, within a short time, I'm moving into Conway, Arkansas, where my mom lives, and I start selling cars. And I can talk to anybody. Selling cars was not that hard, and but I was thinking about the future, and I said, you know what? Now's the time. I told my friends I'm going to start preparing to go teach in China. And so I started working on that. I started getting my TESOL stuff ready, kind of reacquainting myself with English because I'm old. I hadn't been in a classroom in a long time. So I was kind of learning English all over again. And I start applying to colleges in China and, trying to find one, talk to some people. And finally I get this call one day that they wanted me in this little city in Anhui, China, because I wanted Anhui. Anhui's a lot like Arkansas. And they say this small city college is interested in you. So I did a little Skype interview with them. They liked me, and they were a lot of fun, really, really good people. And I said, that sounds pretty good. I think I can do that. And so they send me a letter of invitation. The first time you go to China to work, they send you a letter of invitation that they want you. And you fill out your application for a visa, and you got to send it to the passport, the visa people. And I do that. And while I was waiting, I did this late in the week, and I had to wait over the weekend and go into the weekday. And I was telling my friends, I said, I'm trying to go to China right now. And if I get my visa, I'll be gone, just like that. And sure enough, it's like on a Monday or Tuesday, and my mom brings this letter to my workplace, and I open it up, and here's my passport, and I look inside it, and there's my Z visa, 1-year visa to go to China. And they needed me right then. School had just started about 2 weeks, so the freshmen were coming into class. They'd finished their Army training, so they needed me in China ASAP. So I walk in, and I tell my boss, he's a good guy, I tell my boss, I said, I have to quit. I'm about to take on this little adventure. I'm going to go to China and teach English. And he understood, he got it. He didn't want me to go. I mean, because, I could sell a car, and we're all a team, kind of a family when you're working a dealership. And, but anyhow, I'm gone. And first thing we got to do, we got to go shopping. Understand this. We got to do some hurry-up shopping. I didn't even own a suitcase. So here I am, me and my mom, we're running around town, and we got to go buy a set of suitcases, and we got to get underwear and socks. And my mom got me some how to speak Chinese books and all this stuff. And here I'm getting ready. And by Friday that week, I'm on an airplane to China. I have to land in Beijing. Then I go to Beijing to Hefei, Anhui, the capital of Anhui province. Then people will be meeting me. And that's going to be the subject of our next little video, is how in the world, what did I do when I got to China? Because what you see on TV and what you see in reality is a little different, okay? And so anyhow, that'll be the subject of our next video, is what did I do next? So stay tuned. Bye-bye.